So indeed, today we have released nearly 2.8 billion euros to Ukraine under the Ukraine facility. The funding will help Ukraine meet its financing needs and maintain public administration as it continues to defend itself against Russia's war of aggression. So this is the seventh disbursement under the Ukraine facility, the EU's key instrument to support Ukraine recovery, reform agenda and progress towards EU membership.
To Russia, there's been an investigation that shows a specific plant in Ireland is exporting its majority of exports to Russia. We know that alumina as such is not banned under the EU sanctions, but of course there's great suspicion that these exports could contribute to the military-industrial complex. So just to know, is the Commission involved in any way with Ireland regarding this matter? Are you discussing the issue? Have you asked for explanations, for an investigation? And what are your expectations regarding the Irish government?
On this point, Jorge, we had more or less the same question last week. As you know, we never comment on our upcoming sanctions packages. We are, with every sanctions package, looking at ways that we can close loopholes, always, as I've said repeatedly, with a goal to maximizing pressure on Russia and minimizing any revenues that they would take from this war. So beyond that, we really can't say more than that. We always appreciate the work of investigative journalists because they do play a fundamental part of what we do on looking at further measures, but I can't comment on this specific case at this time.
So not on the sanctions indeed. As you know, we are working on the 21st package of sanctions, and we should be able to adopt it on our side very, very soon, still this week. Now, on the second leg of your question, Roland, the question on whether the subject in general of alumina and this manufacturing plant is being addressed in any way, I think Anita has some further information, which was also tackled, if I understand correctly, this morning by HRVP Callas.
Mm-hmm. The High Representative will meet the Prime Minister, the Irish Prime Minister, will also issue a media advisory shortly on this. Several topics will be discussed, including the EU support to Ukraine and also further pressure on Russia, but also this specific topic will be addressed as a matter of concern.
Is it true that the Commission has proposed to delist a Chinese company active in the semiconductor and chips sector? This was a request by the automotive sector in Europe, and if you have proposed this delisting, why? Thank you.
Thanks, David. We have not proposed to delist this company. Let me give you a bit of context. In the 20th sanctions package, we had designated a Chinese company called Yangzi Electronic, which manufactures semiconductors. And we listed them because they have significantly aided Russia's military capabilities by providing equipment used in drones and glide bombs that we've seen used on the battlefield in Ukraine by Russian troops. And as always with our sanctions, our goal is to change behavior and to find a balance to make sure that our sanctions don't produce a significant impact in the EU itself. However, we are proposing a temporary derogation of 9 months because this company is a key supplier to a number of European automotive companies, and therefore the listing would create severe disruption to their supply chains of chips. But again, let me be clear that this is not a delisting. The company remains sanctioned. It is a temporary derogation to allow automotive manufacturers to find companies, which we know they exist and they are out there, in order to be able to secure contracts with those companies. But the company itself is still listed, and any change or amendment to that would have to be adopted, of course, by unanimity in the Council, as is the case with any of our sanctions measures.
We are in 100 days after the beginning of the Israeli-American war. My question is how the European Union energy market is being impacted.
I can start with an example that I can give you. Our bill for fossil fuel imports has increased by over 47 billion euro in the past 10 days. This is the price that we pay. with not a single molecule of energy in addition. But what is important to say that we haven't suffered any disruptions. The security of supply is ensured, and this is the most important, and it shows that our systems were prepared and work very well. That was also due to the fact that we diversified our supplies, we increased the share of our homegrown energy in our mix, and we boosted the energy efficiency. And so obviously we are experiencing a price shock. This is the consequence.
My question is about the loan of 90 billion euros, because today we have received 2.8 billion in frames of Ukraine facility, and maybe you have a good news when Ukraine will receive first disbursements of the 90 billion loan in military and budgetary part. Thank you.
I don't want to share 2 times bad news. I will share good news on this occasion. Indeed, the good news is that it's going to happen in June. The specific date, I'm not able to supply it yet. We are talking about 9.1 billion in total, so this will reach Ukraine in the course of this month. A part of it will be, as you know better than me, for defense purposes, 5.1 and 5.9 actually, and 3.2 for budget support. So we are, let's say, fleshing out the final details, and then the first transactions will be good to go still in the course of this month, so within the second quarter.
In a world flooded with noise, Hook Global delivers clarity. Your video-first destination for U.S. coverage, breaking news.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Global development and the stories shaping power, politics, and geopolitics. Fast, focused, fact-driven.
Did you read those new files?
No.
From Donald Trump shakeups.
The tariffs will be not a full reciprocal.
And Capitol Hill showdowns.
Don't you ever accuse me of a crime.
I believe you just lied under oath.
Yes, Mr. President, quake in your boots because I will tell you the truth. You will be impeached.
To global warfare.
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर आतंक के खिलाफ भारत की नीति है.
Diplomacy, elections, and shifting power dynamics.
וביחס למה שנעשה בהמשך דין, יש לנו תוכנית סדורה עם הרבה הפתעות. נערער את המשטר, נאפשר שינוי.
Hook Global brings you sharp coverage, deep dive explainers, and expert-backed analysis 24/7.
ایران شاید زخمی شود اما هرگز زانو نمیزند. دشمنان این ملت به ویژه آمریکای جنایتکار و رژیم منحوس صهیونیستی را
For analysts, policymakers, globally curious minds.
Free the hostages now. If you do, you will live. If you don't, Israel will hunt you down.
Hook Global cuts through the chaos of international conflicts, economic tremors, or strategic global moves.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
We cut through the chaos and deliver context that matters. Stay informed, stay engaged, stay ahead, get hooked on what matters.